build your mind while we laugh and play. Here comes DJ Boom, Shaheem, and our Debbie. Yes, we're on our way to brighten up your day. Here we go.
Here we go, here we go.
From the shore to
here we go, here we go. From the shore to B-Boy Show.
Here we go.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Be more. Asbury Park, New York. You know we got y'all. Here we go, here we go, here we go, y'all. Here we go, here we go, here we go, y'all. Here we go, here we go. What's up, everybody?
Here we go, here we go, here we go, y'all. Here we go, here we go. Can I do the next time you record this? Here we go, here we go, here we go.
You absolutely can. It's a team thing. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of From the Shore to Be More. I, of course, am one of your hosts, the one, the only, Shaheem. Let's go.
And I, too, am a host. My name is Deborah Singletary, a.k.a. Aunt Debbie.
Right. And, of course, we got yours truly, DJ Boom, here in the building, making it do what it do, along with these two. And another one we added on to be here at some point. But what's up, everybody? It's Sunday.
Yes, it is. And, of course, you know we are the treacherous free of the tri-state area and the DMV. That's right, everybody. And, yes, our special co-host, Shelly Washington, I'm expecting, is going to be joining us shortly. Right, guys?
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah. And I'm looking forward to another great show today, guys. We have a great topic for you guys today, a wonderful topic for you guys today. Keep it realistic. Keep it realistic, everyone. We thought that this would make a great conversation about keeping it real with our family, with our friends, and with ourselves. How about that? Am I saying that right on Debbie? Am I getting it right?
I think it's interesting how you're phrasing it. Keep it real. Keep it real, baby.
Keep it real. I like
we
that
want
too.
to talk about what makes it real. What makes it real.
We absolutely are. And I'm so looking forward to that conversation with all of my co-hosts. And speaking of all of our co-hosts, I see that we also have the beautiful Miss Shelly Washington with us. Yeah, hold on, let's give Shelly no horns. That's right. Yeah, go ahead, Junior. That's fine. Hey, Shelly, it's so good to see you.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Thank you for joining us on this beautiful Sunday. And I'm looking for this conversation about keeping it real with Debbie, with Boom, and also you two. How about that?
Awesome. So I'm excited about this topic. This is exciting. Happy Sunday to everybody also.
Yes, happy Sunday, everybody. It's a beautiful day. And let's get to it, everybody. I'm going to have a little fun first, if y'all don't mind. And then we'll go ahead and get to the topic. First, I want to give a big shout out to my family, especially to Boom. I saw Boom yesterday. Actually, he was in Jersey. I don't know what happened to him. He'll be back, everybody, when he can. But he was in Jersey because he had a party to do in Jersey City. And I happened to see him because, unfortunately, one of our relatives, my aunt, and I'm going to turn this down a little bit, is in the hospital, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone. And it was touch and go for a moment, but my family happened to be up there. Shout out to my sister and her brother-in-law, and I saw Boom too. But I'm only bringing it up to also say that my aunt is doing better, and yes, and keep your prayers. Keep the prayers coming, everyone. My cousin, shout out to Raheem Darnell. He said, keep the prayers coming. She is doing better. And we all want to wish her a speedy recovery, right? What's up, Boom? Boom, you back?
Yeah.
Kind
All
of
right, he's having issues. I'm going to keep it moving. I first want to say we have our engineer who's helping me out today. I got to shout him out before I get into everything else. I got to shout out my partner in crime, my son Junior, who's right next to me, and he's our engineer for the day. And he's got his own thing going on, everyone, on YouTube. So if you're interested in gaming or anime, you can reach him at Otaku Everything, everybody, and that is on YouTube. And he'd love for you to reach out to him and have those conversations with him, right? Right, Junior?
Hey, Ty. Thank you for helping us out.
You're welcome.
There he goes, everybody. So thank you for being here again, son. All right, I'm not going to hold everybody up. Let's keep this ball. What are we doing, Junior? Rolling.
Get on up. Now if it's your birthday, get on up. Now if it's your birthday, if it's your birthday, if it's your birthday, get on up. Now if it's your birthday, get on up. Now if it's your birthday, get on up. Now if it's your birthday, if it's your birthday, if it's your birthday, get on up. Turn it up. Now we gonna have us a good time, good time.
Let's have a good time, everybody. Happy birthday to all of you cancers out there celebrating your birthdays out today in the past week or upcoming week. We're going to give y'all some quick shout outs and then we're going to keep this thing moving. I'm going to start with on Debbie. On Debbie, is anybody special you want to shout out today?
I'd like to acknowledge the birth of Bea Richards, who is an actor. She performed as Sidney Poitier's mother in Guess Who's Coming to Dinner.
Oh, wow.
And you can imagine, what it takes, what it takes, and then what it took in order for Black women to be on the screen, and she shined her way through. So happy birthday, Bea Richards.
Happy birthday. Yeah, thank you for that, Debbie. That was beautiful.
Awesome.
How about you, Boom? Anybody special you want to shout out?
Well, I got a couple people. Today is my oldest brother's birthday, so shout out to my brother Gordon.
Is. Shout
celebrating
out
his
Gordon.
birthday today.
Shout out, cuz.
He's spending it in typical cancer fashion, doing nothing, and getting crabs and sitting in front of the TV, watch TV. But
That's all right.
happy birthday to him, regardless. I have Queen Z, one of the performers in my R&B storytelling experience. Her birthday was on Friday.
Oh, happy birthday.
So happy birthday. I'm gonna save the other birthday for you to shout out. And somebody else's birthday is coming up. It just went out of my head, but it's people's birthday. So happy birthday to the cancers. Oh, MC Phil. Did I say MC Phil already? Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Shout out to Phil. All right, Shelly, how about you? Anybody special you need to shout out today?
Just my friend Janice. She's up in Ontario, Canada, and so she's celebrating her birthday actually Monday. So yeah.
Happy birthday to her. All right, another cancer. All right, I'm going to round out the group real fast, everybody. I'm going to first, again, say happy birthday to my wife, Terry. Big happy birthday to my wife, Terry, who had a birthday on Friday the 10th, and we had a great time. So I want to definitely shout her out. Happy birthday, baby. Cheers to many more. And also shout out to Gordon. And that rounds out mine, everybody. Did I miss anybody, Boom?
No, I thought you was gonna shout out. Well, maybe it's not coming up. I don't know, but I thought you was gonna shout out your sister and your brother-in-law. Birthday was coming up.
No, my sister was earlier this month.
But Riddell's birthday, who was a faithful viewer of the show, is on Wednesday. So happy birthday to Renell.
Happy birthday,
and
Renell.
I just did my.
Oh man, Boom! Come on back, baby.
All right. Okay. Well, happy birthday to everybody, and let's keep this thing moving along. Everybody, just gonna shout out a couple celebrities people that you might know were having spurs. First, I want to recognize this guy here. Special shout out. Happy birthday in heaven to Charlie Murphy, everybody. July 12th. Today would have been his birthday. He passed away on April 12th of 2017. As you know, Eddie Murphy's birthday. Happy birthday to him. He made me laugh so many times. Also want to say happy birthday to this lady here. You might know her from the group Escape. Happy birthday to Tamika Tiny Harris, July 14th. So her birthday is coming up. And this guy here, and I got to do this because I'm an old head, everybody. So I want to say happy birthday to this guy here real fast. Christopher Play Martin, ladies and gentlemen. July 10th, my wife's birthday was his birthday. And he is actually turning, I think, 64 years old for those of you old heads who don't know. And one last person, everybody, I'm going to shout out, and then we're going to keep this thing moving along. Shout out to Kimberly Jones, a.k.a. this lady.
Hey yo, shorty, won't you go get a bag of the lethal? I'll be undressed in the bra all see-through.
Big shout out to everybody. July 11th was her birthday. Shout out to New York. New York is having a heck of a year this year, everybody. I'm just going to say that. So, shout out to all of you cancers having your birthday.
I just hope it rubs off on your Giants. I hope it rubs off on your Giants.
And as you can see,
good
I'm
luck.
wearing my Giants jersey. We ain't doing that. That's a whole other show.
Why are you starting that? Why are you starting stuff?
Yeah, right. We're gonna do that on a whole nother show.
I'm just trying to.
Go ahead.
That's why you all breaking up.
For the New York Giants, and
Boom's on the road, everybody. Hopefully his audio will get fixed, everybody. But for those celebrating a celebration of any kind this summer, there is a way that you can add us, our three businesses, small business, everybody, small, support our small businesses, to your events. And this is how you can do that. Hit it for me, Junior. Reach DJ Boom and Shush Entertainment at boomsquaddjs.com, 678-334-1745 for your next big event or karaoke night. And to attend the next Silent Fitness event, be sure to reach out to Shush Entertainment, a subsidiary of D3 Lux Entertainment. Before stepping out for the night, look for the latest in women's fashion at terryscloset.com. Step into Terry's Closet and step out in style. terryscloset.com, your closet's new best friend. And reach Deborah Singletary at visioncarriers@AOL.com for astrology consultations, art workshops, wedding ceremonies, and rituals. Be sure to reach out to visioncarriers@AOL.com, 212-234-1329. That's right, everybody. Spend your money with us. We definitely could use it. Hey, how about that? And also, I just want to add real quick, we just added our summer collection to Terry's Closet. So, ladies, please, go check that out, everybody. How about that? So, while you're doing that, we're going to go ahead and do this. Let's keep this ball rolling, Junior.
You know, I guess right now we should start the show.
TV and movie. As you all know, one of my favorite things to do on the show, especially during the summer, I need something to watch. So, Debbie, you got something for me to watch?
Well, I watched a movie recommended by Boom. I wanted to be able to warn people away from his horrible choice. And oh my God, it was called Maternal Instinct.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So bad. I watched it. Oh! I loved it, but it was bad. But I loved it. I mean, whoa, folky, whoa, whack. So, and then so I followed that with the worst roommate ever, the worst landlord ever. Now I'm on the worst ex. All of this is research. You know what I'm saying? All of this.
What?
It is of how diabolical people could be. And they will smile in your face and be absolutely diabolical. It's crazy.
So you recommend that people watch it? Are you recommending people watch it? Yeah, absolutely.
If you got the stomach for it. I happen to like those things. I confess. I like them.
Me too.
Judge me. Go ahead. Judge me.
Me too. I'm the exact same way. Thank you, Debbie. What about you, Boom?
Clearly, you know, it's no judgment here because I'm the one recommending it. So I'm watching all that. I done seen the worst neighbor.
Actually, that was my pick last week because I had so as
the
you all
worst
know, I'm a true crime buff. But The worst X?
Yeah.
Yes, worst ex, worst neighbor,
I don't think I
squatters.
saw that. Oh
I've
yeah,
seen all
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
the
yeah.
worst. Oh, God.
Oh
Mm.
yeah. Oh yeah.
People are diabolical. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I had to catch up on the squatters one. That is
Oh,
on
my
your
God.
property. I see it all the time, but those gentlemen, people that go in there and squat are just, you talk about diabolical. To me, that's
Awful.
diabolical. You're taking people's life and livelihood and all they work for, and you're just saying, yeah, it's mine.
That's bold.
And
That,
you all are
Yep,
all
right.
welcome to spend the night at my house, but the next day, your stuff is going to be out the door. You ain't even going to, don't even.
That,
So
yeah.
Bernice is recommending The Polygamist on Netflix.
Oh, okay. All
So
right.
thank you, Bernice. I'll check that out.
Thank you
that
very
was
much.
incredible.
Bernice,
That was
I
quite
tried. I
interesting.
tried. I can't do the mouths not matching up thing. It just throws me off. So I tried, but I can't do it.
All
Um, I hear it's
right.
good, but I tried it. I can't do it.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's
Well,
not that bad, though. I mean, a little off here and there, but it's not that bad.
I mean, why is the
For
voices
me,
like
it's
that? Let's start there. That just sounds weird. What is it, a different language, or is it just like a
yeah,
B-rated
it
type
was
movie?
African,
Ah,
so
got it.
they're
Okay.
speaking whatever language they speak
Okay.
in Africa. I'm assuming.
Well, they switch back and
Um,
forth between English and whatever language they're
Okay.
speaking. But it does
Oh,
go back and forth, though. It does.
All right. Well, I don't know. I still might check it out though because we watch a lot of Asian films, stuff like that. So I'm kind of used to it anyway. It's all good. Thank you, Bernice, for your pick. Everybody, go watch it. Come back. Let us know what you thought. I got two quick ones, and we want to keep this moving because we want to get to our topic. Obviously,
wait a
you
minute,
guys
I
take a
have
break from it.
some.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I do you? My bad.
Nope.
Go ahead. Let's get
Well, I
to it.
actually just have one. One of them I watched. You said Little Brother. I thought it was okay. I mean, it's a little nice little Sunday afternoon if you wanted something to watch and laugh a little bit. You know, the plot and
Right.
everything was almost basically the same as a lot of other movies, but it's just a cool Sunday afternoon movie. But what I
Mm-hmm.
highly recommend to you all is to watch a movie called Strung on Peacock. It
Strong.
stars
Okay.
Chloe Bailey, which is Haley's sister. Great movie. Plot twist all the way through. And I love plot twists where you can't just guess what everything's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Great movie. So it's called Strung.
All right. Thank you for that. All right,
Nice.
everybody. I'm sorry. Did I skip over you too? Did you have a movie suggestion that you wanted to make?
Okay, so I love black and whites. I love old movies. I am a fan of good movies. Like, you have to, I don't want to
100%.
assume that they fell in love. I want to know, I want to fall in love with them at the same.
Oh, that was beautiful.
So yeah, total old school. But one that just came to mind that I actually sat and watched the other day was oh wow, it just went out of my head. But it was Duel by Steven Spielberg, and it's about this
Duel.
guy. He's behind this truck, and this truck just did not want to let him over, and they start going back. It's pretty much silent the entire movie. It is color, but it's pretty much silent the
really?
entire movie. And it has you going because you don't know what's about to happen next. Is this truck going to let him? Is he going to run him off the road? Is he going to
Wow.
like? It's interesting
Wow.
because not a whole lot of dialogue, but
Two
edgy.
things. Two things.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell right away. First of all, you are a deep thinker. I love that about you. Number two, I'm a man. I ain't got the attention span for that. And let's say I don't know. I'm gonna give it a shot though because you recommended it.
Because
Yeah?
you don't
Yeah.
know what he's gonna do. Like, they're fighting with their cars on this road, and it's a big Mack truck and this little car, and they are going at it on the road. It's pretty interesting.
All right, now I'm definitely gonna check it out, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna let you know what I thought. All right? How about that?
Awesome.
All right, guys. I just got two quick ones real fast. This one actually my son recommended. He saw it. He actually liked this movie, and this was Project Hail Mary, right, Junior?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what did you think about that movie? I think you said it was long, was it?
Yeah, it is.
But you liked it?
Yeah, I thought it was fantastic.
There you go. Fantastic. So if you're sitting around and you're not watching us, first of all, you have my permission to go ahead and watch that one. And I brought this one up before. I just want to bring it up again. Avatar: Fire and Ash. If you're sitting around today, it's a good movie to watch because it's like the movie Junior just mentioned. It's long. You're going to waste a lot of time. So there you go, everybody. That's our suggestions. Go check
He
them
said
out.
you
Come
gonna
back
waste a
next-
lot of time.
I laughed at that too. Yeah.
I had to say that because I need a nap. I need a nap. I'm going to start with that one. There you go, everybody. So come back next week. Let us know what you thought of our suggestions. We sure like to hear from you, everybody. Now, if you are one of our faithful viewers and you have a topic idea you think our wonderful audience would love, or if you are a business who would love to support our growing program here, this is how you get in contact with us. Hit it, Junior. To contact us, you can reach us on our YouTube channel, where you can comment, join the show, and please don't forget to subscribe. You could also watch, like, and comment, join the show on our social media pages. Our Facebook or Instagram is at From the Shore to Be More. Our Twitter or X is at 2_Be More. And our email is fromtheshore@gmail.com. You could also call the show at 732-455-2503. If no one answers, please leave a message and someone from the show will get back to you. And please, tell a friend. Please tell a friend. Let's get these numbers up. All right, everybody. This is the part of the show you all been waiting for. Let's get into this conversation. Keep it realistic. I just want to start by saying, in broader context, this is a conversation about honesty, isn't it? Honesty with yourself, with the people around you, and more, right?
Sounds like a conversation about brutal honesty, if you want to say keeping it real. And most people can't handle that.
Ooh, ouch. All right.
Well, I was going to wait and respond to you guys. Maybe I ought to let Shelley say, but I was thinking of the times when people have said to me, be realistic. And my sense of being realistic when they tell me that is that they were telling me to look low, to lower my expectations.
That's it.
And so, my sense of things is that we have a real limited understanding of what real is. So I wasn't thinking of it the way you were thinking about it, Shaheem. Shelley, how are you thinking of it?
I kind of like the direction that you're going in, because I think, to your point, people do generally want you to kind of stay in your lane.
Yes.
A lot of times it's more or less, if they don't have anything to help you or to kind of give you advice or suggestions, they're saying, well, I can't think any further beyond that. So let's keep it real. What you're asking for may be a leap. So I do like your direction. However, I do not think that anybody should take that advice. The world is too vast, too big, too incredible, too many miracles, too many ways that even God can shine through to do something beyond what is currently our baseline.
Right. And so doesn't that kind of leave almost a gray area? And what I mean is, all right, aside from what people outside voices are telling you are real and possible in your life or what have you, but yourself, the honesty in yourself, when is this, when you become honest with yourself and say, and I'm just going to say, use this as an example, in a relationship, when do you become honest with yourself and say, I've had enough, I've reached enough, I want to be real about what's been going on in this relationship?
Oh, I'm a little bit at a loss, because for me, honesty and real is tricky.
It is.
So the way you're talking about it, I'm thinking it feels more like what is true for me. I'm going to stop lying. But I don't call, for me, like that I'm keeping real. Sounds a little more slang than communication.
Okay.
So I was thinking and maybe we can cover both.
Oh yeah.
And maybe that definition of real can fit in here. I was thinking more of our, when I thought about what real means, real is often limited to what we can touch, feel, and see, or the known. What
Okay.
Shelley just alluded to was the idea that the real is broader than those limitations, and that there is a source, a resource, which is not always apparent.
Right.
And so the idea is, very often when people have ideas and dreams, somebody says, let's be real. Man can't fly. Let's be real. A peanut is only a peanut. And so George Washington Carver, as one of the primary mystics,
His
saw,
birthday just passed. His birthday just passed, by the way. Thank you for mentioning that. Yes, it did.
saw more
Right on
deeply
time.
into
Right
the
on time.
peanut and he saw more deeply. He didn't just see the peanut, he saw the potential in the peanut. And so I am seeing that potential is real.
Right. Wow. That was powerful.
I like that analogy too, Debbie,
Yeah,
because like I would even go and add to it, because George Washington Carver saw a need, because they had these nuts. They had to produce something. They had to be able to cultivate money and revenue, etc. So he saw the need and utilized whatever was around. If it would have been potatoes, sweet potatoes at the time, as his only resource and availability, I'm pretty sure he would have cultivated something out of sweet potatoes, just to give that idea.
By
So
the way,
I know, yeah.
Wow. I'm not surprised.
It's like,
Not surprised.
So if he had gone to his mama and said, I want to go into business using peanuts, or he had gone into the bank, if he was limited to that, and said, I want to start a peanut business, people would say, no, I'm not going to give you the money for that. Be realistic. A peanut is just a peanut.
mm-hmm.
But he used peanuts for foods and medicines, and don't let me start the lying. But it is like the person who shows us a seed, and we say this seed is a tree, and somebody goes, oh man, get out of here, you always messing around, because they can see into the potential
Right.
of so for me, that's what we call real isn't real.
Right. I
And
like
very
that.
often, even to use your
like that.
analogy, Shaheen, a person who says, let's keep it real, could be really lying to themselves. Let's just say, keep it about yourself. Just say, I don't know. I want out the relationship. Is that real or not? I mean, I can't really work. I was trying. I made an effort. I can't even work with it from that point of view.
I want to jump in. First, I want to say to people watching, please comment on the show, everyone. We want to get your opinions and your views on these things, and share a story if you have one. We'd like to hear from you guys. So, is it that we as people have a unique ability, human beings, to dream beyond what's real? That's how we achieve a lot of our goals, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
We look beyond what's real, even physically real. At some points, that's how we climb the biggest mountains, right?
Mm-hmm. So I guess then it comes down to how you really define real, right? Because
Bingo.
You have what you can physically see, touch, taste, etc., and what has been the norm. You have those foundational things, and that is real. It's tangible. It's real. It's what I can rely on and count on.
Right.
However,
it's what you can prove, right?
What you can prove. However,
this is real, right?
Correct. Real also becomes the realistic move of next. Let's talk about that. The realistic move of next, because now you have an opportunity to create your real, because God made us creators. He said, absolutely go out, create, make things, create things. And that is also real. The potential of what the realistic next is.
That well said, Shay. I knew we had you on the show for a reason.
So what Shelley is doing is partnering the concept of dreaming and envisioning,
Vision.
being a visionary with being pragmatic.
R-
And
Well said.
often we can't see the whole thing. Like so we say it's not real because I
Right.
can't see how this is going to happen.
Right.
Like that.
But the pragmatist says, I have a dream and I'm going to start with what I have and consider ways that can be expanded. And then there's a lot of, once you get into the movement, it's like getting on the dance floor and, you got on new shoes and the floor is slippery and you're a little tentative in your steps, right? You go, and then the music gets good and the shoes scrape at the bottom. And then, you can jump up and down. So sometimes we're starting off slowly and then we gain momentum. And it is the momentum that carries us. Our brain is trained to match our vision. So if we say that there's no way that we can feed all of the hungry children in the world, the hungry people in the world, then the brain shows us the horizon of what we can see. But if we have a vision, for everybody can have food, nobody needs to be hungry, then our brain expands the horizon and helps us to make a connection with the vision and then make that vision real. But it's real before it's tangible.
Of course.
That's true. Starts as an idea and then becomes that reality.
It's tough to be a visionary, per se. If you hang on to that fear of the unknown, that fear of discovery, the fear of what could be on the other side. I like what you were talking about on Debbie, when you hang on to what's real. Sometimes it creates an imaginary border in your brain where you can't even see beyond that. So what do you think pushes people to be? What inside screams for more, or says that, okay, I know they're saying that this is where the line is, but dang on it, I know there's something on the other side, and causes someone to take the first step to going to that other side, while the other sheep are hiding in the back, like, oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Shelley had her hand up first.
I totally want to chime in on this because I was just in a conversation with some friends around this. Is that a lot of times I'm a true believer that environment does cultivate higher thinking. And I'm not just talking about being able to have a larger vocabulary or even educational prowess. I'm saying when you're in a particular environment where people are talking about things that make you think and say, hey, maybe I can jump on that bandwagon, versus being in environments where you really just stay where your baseline is, then there's no need for anything more. There's no need for anything additional to be pulled out of.
100%.
But when you start to have conversations, especially conversations with people that actually push the envelope, push limits, are moving towards certain things, it does encourage, because it becomes possible, especially when you see others doing it. I like what Aunt Debbie was also saying about basically understanding what your baseline is, understanding what you have access to build with. Because if you don't have other things to build with, then you're not going to be able to build things, right? Like conversations that help encourage you, people that are moving in those directions, resources that are readily available for you, or even people that could connect you to resources. So a lot of times I think we need to often look at our foundation, look at what's available to us, and then decide, hey, what can I make? Is it a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or is it a Monte Cristo sandwich? You know what I mean? Like what do I have available to me that I can move and move to that next that next step. But I think a lot of times it's pushing. You want to push the boundary when you see that the boundary can be pushed.
Of course, you definitely do.
So sometimes it's a need.
There is
Like,
yeah,
I'm hungry right now.
yeah.
And I'm thinking,
And there's nothing
what
around.
I
How do I
got?
do?
What
Yeah.
I got. So sometimes need pushes us to become more resourceful.
Yes, it does. Of course.
When I think my refrigerator doesn't contain all the ingredients for a fabulous meal, and I know cooks who go in my refrigerator and say, "Oh my God, girl, you got this, this, and this." I'm like, "Really?"
Yeah.
And they see something, but sometimes it's also anger. Sometimes it's rage.
Yeah.
And so it would be anger and outrage that would have formed the civil rights movement and helped move the rights of human beings forward.
Yes.
Yeah, so need, hunger are two of the things that can propel us forward. Or sometimes things just pops in our minds.
Yeah. Of course. Of course.
Uh-huh.
I definitely can appreciate being realistic and seeing past what's real, but at the same time, when I think about being realistic about, say, achievements and I'm just going to use this as an example in business. Every failure costs me time. You know what I mean? Every time I set out on a journey that doesn't work out, it costs me time. So yeah, so being real with what's possible is important because time is valuable. I don't have a lot of time to waste. And so if you're going on business ventures, sometimes you have to look at what's possible and what's real or realistic and not dream too big.
Wow.
You don't
I'm
think so?
really a little stunned to hear you say that failures cause you to lose time. I think failures can awaken the imagination and the curiosity. I think going for the sure thing, like so when I was younger, everybody wanted me to what was it, get a city job, get a job with the post office,
Right. And play
because
it safe.
that was a sure thing. And
Right.
and at one point I wanted to be an actor. And my family was like, you ain't gonna make no money as an actor with your thick glasses and skinny legs. So they wanted me to play it safe, but I knew that if I had worked in the post office, y'all would be getting me a mail with grease on it, and because I would have be eating my lunch and opening up your mail, although it may have been realistic, it would have also been deadening to the spirit. As a young woman, it was assumed that, thank you, Terry, my cheering sister, it was assumed that don't get mad at me now, Shelley, but it was assumed that the only viable life for a woman was to have a man and have children. And so everybody kept waiting for me to do that. When I thought of that, it didn't make me feel alive. I'm happy that it made Shaheem feel alive, but it made me feel like, oh, what? I got to come home at a certain time. And what was so interesting was that my aunts, who are now ancestors, I don't think they mind me saying this, but they were some of the champions. My mother, they were champions of me getting married. Tell me, which one of them had a successful, happy marriage? Which one of them were free?
Wow.
Which one of them felt like, marriage gave them the depth and breadth of a rich life? Not a one.
Oh, wow.
But they wanted that for me. Like, what? Is this some kind of low down, miserable woman club? I was because society deemed my value in whether I had a husband and
be realistic.
child.
You gotta be realistic. You have to be realistic.
That was just the prescription at that time. I mean, even myself
Yeah.
growing up, it was always the where's the husbands and blah blah blah. But I mean, I do understand, Shaheem, where you were coming from as far as like at least having time on your side, right? I do believe that every failure in life is a lesson. However, you should know where to cut things off too. So I think
You
that's
have to.
also a place that you have to evaluate with all honesty, because not every push is a success, right? How many
No.
failed businesses are there in the books? You know, there's plenty of failed businesses, but I know a lot of people that have failed at business that keep trying and eventually succeed.
And
So
eventually
Of course.
succeed. Why are we sitting here, we four black folk? We're sitting here because somebody way back when in America said, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense that we're enslaved. We should be free. And they broke for freedom and
Mhm.
they got caught.
mhm,
And they may have been flogged or killed.
mhm.
Now, it doesn't make them wrong.
No.
And so sometimes we're looking at the microcosm, the little we're looking at, and but when you look at the
The
macrocosm,
big picture.
and I may have it twisted, when you look at the bigger picture, thank you,
Yeah.
then you may see that there is no failure. There may not be that our leaning, and I think we want in failure too soon into this conversation. Too soon, we're saying, but wait, you could fail, you lose. We want to let's pump our people up. Let's say have the courage of your conviction, have the courage of your dream. We don't want them thinking about failure right away. We might suggest they get a mentor. We may suggest they do some studying. We may suggest they do some exercises before they be diving up off the board, because I've been watching this guy on Facebook, and he's jumping off this board. I'm like, I'd like to do that. And so my spirit says you better do some exercise so we don't want to just go straight to failure. That's what happens. Shaheem, unwittingly, you did the let's be secure. Let me warn you about all. How about you inviting people into the magnificent, wondrous, unexpected joys that can come from following your path? And
Well,
failure might
I
well
would
be
say,
part of it, but it doesn't define it.
I would say simply this: that keep trying. First of all, I would never tell someone to not just because you didn't succeed at one thing to stop trying to do things. All I'm saying is sometimes you just have to be realistic about time and not take things too far. How many times have you heard of or might have known of someone who might have held on to something just too long? Just too long. It's a possibility. And so I'm not saying to someone, because something didn't work out, don't try again. Of course not. I would never say that to
Yeah, well,
somebody.
I want to
That's not how I live.
I want to
But
question that try. And sometimes people give up right, they give up too soon because someone has said to them, and they're already full of fear and they're already full of anxiety. And then someone says, why are you hanging on to that dream? And they listen to that person. Well, I don't know that that's always the highest counsel that we can give. I think we can say to people, there's always another way. And I like the concept of pragmatism or calculating, let's say regarding time, calculate the time. I'm not saying just go willy-nilly out into the world, but being pragmatic is assuming access to mastery over in regards to time, in regards to money. So I want to start a school and I don't have money to open up to buy a building, but I can do a Zoom class, especially these days. I could do a class on Zoom. So there's always a way. And before we close the door, we want to know that, so here's the check. When is an idea an expression of my ego? And when is an idea a divine calling? So do I want to be an actor because I want to have all of the men and women salivating over me, which I wouldn't mind, or it's just something that I want to express? I think that's the litmus test.
I like that perspective, because oftentimes people just go after things because it's a good idea instead of it being a passion. And then sometimes there is a definite passion, but there's a lack of resources or availability to get them there. I think one of the things that realism 100% should teach you is that maybe it's not going to happen exactly the way that you want it to happen, but there's maybe a sidestep to it, an alternate version of your ultimate goal that you can possibly make a reality, versus actually always always saying it has to be this one particular way, and that's what success means. That's not always true. Realism says,
Most of the
okay,
time, people, most of the time, people are doing stuff because they think it's going to make them money. And almost everybody is driven by the aspect of the money. So you hear the call of California, go out to California, be an actor, actress, whatever, because I can make a lot of money. I've yet to hear somebody say they're passionate about that craft, and that's why they want to do this right here. I met a young lady who is right now the manager of a hotel, and she told me something that was profound. To be almost 30, she's going to join the circus. Who in the hell do you hear says they're going to go join the circus? You know what I mean? But she is literally doing it. She's about to move to Vermont. She's going to school. She's doing what she passionately wants to do.
There's circus school?
And it has nothing to do with money. Huh? Yes, there is a circus school. Yes.
Who knew?
Yes, there is a circus
Oh,
school.
you want to go, Shelley? Let's go. Let's go. We can learn to be clowns.
Weekend, Shelley, let's do it. That's a fun weekend.
But she's met that resistance of that's stupid. How you gonna do this? Blah, say blah blah blah. You're right. All of that. She's doing what the hell she wants to do.
Hey, it's real.
You know what I mean? And absolutely, it's real to her. And you have all of these people trying to knock that because it doesn't realistically fit with being a damn doctor or a lawyer or a nurse, which Baltimore is full of because they think they're making money. I said, I'd rather have a nurse that is here for the caring of people than here because she's going to make $40 an hour, because she really don't give a damn about me.
And we want him
you know what I mean?
to make money. We want that nurse. I want to balance this because men can be nurses. I want him to make money through his passion. We're not suggesting that if you care about people, therefore we're not going to pay you, which is what society does to all of the jobs that we that I've been interested in, art, service. They go, I worked in publishing. I worked as a theater administration. They like, yeah, come on in, but we ain't paying you for your passion. So I don't believe that we have to sacrifice abundance in order to do what we love to do.
You know what? You know what? I have always wanted to be a pilot. Always wanted to be a pilot. Am I being realistic?
Yes, it's easy to be a pilot.
Yeah, what?
Even with
you
my
are being
fear of
realistic,
flying?
saying, yes, that's still realistic. Well, how is that not realistic? Think about
Even
it.
with
How
my
is it
fear of
not
flying,
realistic?
I could be a pilot.
Okay, here's what.
No, that's not what you said. Listen
what
to what you
I'm
said.
learning.
You said I've always wanted to be a pilot. Why is that not realistic? You didn't
Because
say
I've never been on an
you're
airplane and I'm
going to go
terrified of
be
the
a
airplane.
pilot. But you didn't say you was going to go be a pilot.
Is it true, Shaheem, you've always wanted to be a pilot?
No, I'm messing with y'all, but I've always wanted to
Then
fly.
Then that doesn't help. Thank you very much. Because you could say you wanted to be a pilot, and it doesn't always mean you've got a pilot an airplane pilot. What does it mean to be a pilot? It might mean you want to, control the environment in some way. So it could be symbolic. Yes, Shelley.
You can maybe want to pilot drones. There you go. So you
I
have
like that.
Ah.
All right, my wife's got jokes. We're not doing that. My wife's got we're not doing that. Yeah, okay.
Hmm.
I like that though, Shay. That's good. I could pilot drones, couldn't I? But I was just using it as an
There's a
example.
way. There's a way. Often when I have done career counseling for people and I ask adults, I say, well, what did you want to be when you were a child? And the guy in this case says, oh, I always wanted to be a basketball player. And I'm talking to him, he's 35, maybe doesn't have the height, maybe he's a little paunchy already, got rocking the dad bod. But so I say what that suggests to me is that he wants to be competitive. He wants to be physical. So I wouldn't say to him, oh, you could be, the Jets. Is it the Jets or the Knicks? The Knicks are having tryouts. Go be but I would say this is saying something vital about yourself, that you're competitive. And there are many ways to be competitive. And sometimes we are very limited in what we're exposed to. So if we have a competitive nature and we're a guy, sports is the only way we kind of know how to do it. And I wouldn't say that to that man, it's unrealistic for you to be a basketball player, but I would ask him how he could imbue his life with competition and physical activity.
Well, let's face it, we all like people who have that chutzpah, who go for it, right? We all love the underdog story. We like people who can dream bigger, right? Everyone loves the underdog story. That guy who never thought he could and somehow climbed that mountain, made the team, scored the winning basket, whatever. Everybody loves those stories, right? So I think in some ways,
people need to
we can all appreciate dreaming big.
People need to be more specific about what they say. Because I was a basketball player. Was I professional? No. But I was a basketball player. I played basketball. You know what I mean? Go out and play basketball then, dude. What you mean I always want to be what are you talking about? Oh, you wanted to be a professional NBA basketball player. That's something different. You could have played basketball in college.
I agree with you. That often if we want to be something, the value of it is that it has to make us a lot of money and a lot of fame and get us a lot of girls and guys. But I think you're right. So I would say to a person, and when you say he's got to be specific, listen, but we struggle. We could say, well, you should be more specific. But as listeners, we can help bring it out of them. We can compassionately guide them and say, well, what's stopping you from playing basketball?
Right.
Because if he went and played basketball, it could give him confidence in other areas of his life.
Wow, I like that. I always wanted the #1 podcast show in the world. That's what I always wanted. How about that? And I think I'm being realistic.
That's impossible that you always wanted that. You're not, because podcasts are relatively still new. So there's no way you always
trying to rain on my
wanted to do
parade.
that.
I always wanted that. I always wanted that. And we are #1, ladies.
Stay cool as being realistic.
Do that.
Being
Exactly.
too realistic.
There you go.
So I came up with,
Go ahead.
you know how people talk about reality checks, about how much money you got in the bank, how much education do you have, how thin you want to be a singer on a stage, how thin are you? We have these reality checks, and I want to change that to abundance audits. So I came up with some questions for people who think they are being realistic, but are actually just playing small. And here's number 1. Are you protecting your comfort zone, or are you growing your capacity? Because a lot of times we say we want to do something, but it is safe. I want to be a teacher because good girls become teachers, and teachers don't make trouble, and teachers help people. And so
Okay.
that's why so is it a comfort zone for me to be a teacher, or is it a calling? Is it a spiritual call from the Almighty God? Does she want me to expand children or teach adults for that matter? So I think that's one test. Do you want to be comfortable or you want to expand?
I like that.
Like that.
I like that.
I got one example for that is that funny enough you say teacher, because growing up I've always wanted to teach. That has always been my particular calling, my that thing that comes easy to me. Everybody has that thing that just comes easy to them. And so as a result, I did not want to teach secondary education. So I went into corporate education, right?
Beautiful.
Loved it. Absolutely loved it, and found myself just climbing the ladder in the different fields around it within different organizations. And then one thing that kind of developed was public speaking. And funny enough, that's really where my platform actually exploded. You would think it would explode in just the corporate training world, but the whole idea around what Aunt Debbie's trying to get at is that there's different versions of the same passion, right? One person may excel in teaching, that desire to transfer knowledge in secondary education, which is wonderful. It's absolutely fantastic. But then you may have that person that can do the exact same skill, exact same passion, and put it in public speaking, et cetera, et cetera. So you're right. It's where you have to decide, is it comfort zone? Because being a teacher was the first thing everybody said to me, because that's easy. It's the normal route. But I was like, nope, that's not really where I wanted to fit my skill set. So comfort zone made me go completely outside of what everybody said was the norm.
Wow, beautiful. I want to say this.
But being a teacher,
go ahead.
being a teacher, being a singer, being in all of those adjectives like that, or nouns, whatever we want to call it, I don't know, are so broad. Because I'm a teacher. I'm not teaching in nobody's school, but I'm a teacher. Debbie's definitely a teacher, 100%. You know what I mean? So if she said as a kid, I want to be a teacher, well, you're doing it. We again, that's the whole premise of knowing what you're talking about. What you said you want to be a teacher. You teach. Debbie teach every time we on the show. You know what I mean? So she's a teacher. If I labeled her, I would say she's a teacher.
I want to say,
well, I ain't no teacher because I'm not teaching in the classroom, so she ain't no teacher. Yes, you are a teacher. You know what I mean? You know how people will give you that feedback. Well, I'm not a teacher. Yes, you are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in front of a chalkboard. Well, come on.
Yeah, but there's a comfort zone that society puts most skills and talents in, right? And that's what Aunt Debbie was going to as well, is that there are just things that people say is the norm. You say you have this passion, then you stay right here. This is what you're supposed to do. But there are alternate versions, as you said, DJ Boom. It's just alternate versions of the same story.
Or you're smart in school. When I was in school, the smart white kids were told they could be astronomers and astronauts and doctors and lawyers. The smart black boys were told, if they were tall, they were told they could play basketball. You know, they were told that they could do some other things, I can't remember. But the smart girls were told to be a secretary. We were told to be, or teachers if we were really smart. But the beautiful thing about that is I did do secretarial work because that's what I was set up for. But Shelly, girl, that secretarial work is what enabled me to run my own businesses, because most secretaries are smarter than their bosses, or they know more about the running of the business than their bosses. And so I didn't decline or stay low. It wasn't my dream, but it was a valuable resource for me. And I say that was my higher guidance. It may have come from some white teachers, and they were white, who told me, and I was told that I couldn't go to college. They told me I couldn't go to college and that I should learn to type and be a secretary. And that's what I did. And oh, baby, I have a brilliant life.
Beautiful. I just want to jump in here real quick, and then time's winding down. I'm going to start closing things out. I just want to say, in my opinion, it seems to me that keeping it realistic, is only defined by the reality that you create for yourself in your head, whatever. It's defined by you. You create what's real or realistic for yourself. I think that best defines it for me. How about that? Can I get that at least?
I like it.
all right, everybody.
Got it.
We got to start getting away so that we can let you guys get to your Sunday and we can get to ours, everyone. And so we're going to start going with our final statements and closing out the show. I'm going to start with the beautiful and lovely Aunt Debbie. Aunt Debbie, any last
I thought
statements?
for sure you were going to say Shelley. I would encourage our listening audience to choose vitality over security.
Wow, I like that.
That's what I've done.
All right. How about now,
That's
the
exactly
beautiful
what
and
I've
lovely Miss Shelley Washington? How about you?
So I think I would say, bottom line, go a step further. See how far you can go. No matter what, life is fun, and living in a box is not. Go.
Wow. All right. I don't know how to top that one. But it's the time for the fellas to wrap up the show. Boom. How about you? Any final statements?
It's crazy that I can't be beautiful and lovely. That's crazy to me. But no, I'm a piggyback off of both of them. Live your life the best way you want to live your life. It's your life. Live it. Like, straight up. Stop listening to what other people tell you what you can and cannot do. If I did that, there would be no DJ Boom. I wouldn't be driving down the highway to go do an 80th birthday party if I listened to what other people told me.
Okay.
Well said. All right. I'm just going to end by saying everyone loves the underdog. Don't be afraid to be the underdog, people. Go for it. Go for it. I know I am. We are. And we encourage you to do the same thing in your lives, everybody. How about that?
Well, you're not really the underdog. Somebody else is defining you if they tell you you're the underdog. See yourself as a triumphant, as a victor, as a hero.
Leave it up to Debbie to get the final word on my final word. But that's okay. I love it anyway, everybody.
I'm a teacher.
You are. Thank you so much for everything you teach us, Debbie. All right, everybody.
The teacher in her. Good job.
Good job.
Nice what I did. I apologize.
No, I appreciate it. It's fine. We're a team here, everybody. And we hope everybody watching enjoyed the show, enjoyed the conversation. Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for all the viewers. Tell a friend, please. And we will see you all back here for another episode of From the Shore to Be More next weekend, 2 p.m., everybody. Don't forget. We'll see you all next week, everybody. Goodbye. Go enjoy your Sundays. All right. Let's close it out. Can we do that, Junior?
Lovely day.